guys, I am currently driving home. I just dropped off my mom from work and I picked up my tax papers, tax stuff. Is that something you shouldn't be talking about on YouTube? I don't know. So I'm driving, that's why I'm looking ahead. And while I was driving, I was thinking about Michael Jackson, because like, who doesn't think about Michael Jackson on a daily basis, right? No, I was just thinking about the song Billie Jean. And I really like that song, and I was just happened to be listening to it yesterday, so I was thinking about Michael Jackson. And I was remembering how when I was young, I was scared of one of Michael Jackson's videos. And basically then I remembered when I was young, I was scared of a lot of things that I don't really know why I was scared of them. And I thought maybe you guys would find it funny how much of a frightened child I was for no reason whatsoever. Let's start with the Michael Jackson thing. The Michael Jackson thing that I was scared of it was Thriller, which is obviously like the scary music video he had. But it wasn't the zombies that scared me. It was the intro. You know, Thriller is like a really long music video. In the beginning of Thriller, there was a movie that they were watching, and it was like Michael Jackson and this girl, and they were out in the dark, and he was going out with this chick, and all of a sudden he turned into a werewolf, and that scared the crap out of me. Like, why was he a werewolf? And like the transformation just scared me so much, like the yellow eyes and the claws and the hair everywhere and the growling. It was freaking me out. And so I would have nightmares. Like, I couldn't watch that video, at least the beginning of the video. I had no problem with the zombies. Don't know why, but the zombies didn't scare me. The werewolf did. And at the end, where he turns around, and spoiler alert, he has the yellow werewolf eyes, it freaked me out. And then when I was older, I watched that video again, because I thought, it's not going to scare me now, because the effects can't be that great. I still think the werewolf is scary, but now I'm also terrified of the zombies as well. So I've just worsened. Number 2. The other thing that I was really scared of as a child, it was so stupid, but basically whenever I went to Nicaragua with my family, I would be stuck watching whatever was on TV, because they didn't have cable or anything like that, and the cartoons that they happened to have on the free channels were old cartoons. Maybe they weren't that old at the time, because let me think about it, I was pretty young. But I don't know if any of you have ever heard of The Incredible Hulk. Like, that was a series, a cartoon series, and that was on the channel that I binge watched. So The Incredible Hulk, I was just remembering it yesterday because my little brother is really into superhero stuff, and I used to watch this, and all I remember about the show was that it was about the Hulk, and that there was a She-Hulk, I guess. There was this green big lady that I always thought was really weird, that she was green and her hair was green, and it was weird to me as a child. But this show, the theme song scared me so much. I have no idea why. I was watching it last night just to see why that would scare me, and it was just something that was buried in the back of my memory. And I think it was the music. The music was very like ominous, because it's like a superhero thing. I don't know, it was like ominous, and there's all these supervillains, and the Hulk is like angry, and it's like those, like a dark looking show, like kids show. And I was just young, and you guys should totally check that out. I will put a link down below so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't know why, but it scared me a lot. It scared me to the point where I would seriously I would watch this in the living room, right? And whenever the show came on and the theme song came on, I would go to the door and the doorway, and I would kind of hide my face behind the doorway, because I'd be peeking out to kind of watch a little bit of it, and then I'd be covering my face to not watch the rest of it, because it was scaring me. And the part that specifically scares me, I don't know why, but I remember this, was the part where it's like there's a couple, and then like I don't even know what happens. I know the ground breaks up and the couple's there on the ground, and I don't know if the girl falls or what, but it was scary to me. Number 3. This one actually makes sense for me to be scared of. When I was little, I was terrible. Well, not when I was little, always. I was terrible at watching scary movies. I couldn't. Everything scared me. So, there was a scary movie that I did watch because I was daddy's girl, and my dad loved watching movies. And of course, every now and then he wanted to watch a horror film, and I wanted to stick through it and be brave, right, to watch it with him. And I picked the wrong movie to be brave for. I watched Jeepers Creepers with him, the first one. I don't know if any of you have ever watched Jeepers Creepers, but Jeepers Creepers scared the crap out of me too. Basically it's like, I vaguely remember, but it's about some brother and sister, and they come across some monster demon thing that eats people and puts up like their dead bodies or their dead skin still in the shape of their bodies up all over in his little secret cave or tunnel or whatever it was. And oh my god, that scared me. And it wasn't even specifically that the monster thing looked really creepy and gross. It was just that he was eating people, and that was scaring me a lot. And at the end, spoiler alert, at the end, the brother gets taken by the monster and he gets eaten. And you just see a scene where his body is like naked, like the front of his body is naked, and you just see the front of his body, and then the monster is looking through his eyes, like he has no eyeballs. His face is just like like shocked and dead. It was so horrifying to me that I honestly did not sleep for like 2 weeks. And at this time I was still sleeping in my parents' room. I wasn't a baby, we just didn't have a lot of rooms in my apartment. I wanted to sleep in their bed and they wouldn't let me. Like, they had to let me sometimes because I just couldn't sleep. But after a while it got ridiculous. Like, I couldn't sleep and I would see things in the dark and I was terrified. And you know who I would see in the dark too? Michael Jackson. Because I was scared of Michael Jackson because of Thriller. Yeah, ever since then I cannot watch scary movies. I cannot watch Jeepers Creepers. I tried watching it again older and I'm still horrified of it. And it just scarred me for the rest of my life. Okay, another thing this is a really stupid thing for me to be scared of, but it scared me. Do you guys know, or do you guys remember those old, I don't even know if those are around, but those machines where you would put in 25 cents, and they're not 25-cent gumball machines, but like instead you would get something, and there was a lot, at least in my area, there was a lot of those that you got like these ugly fake teeth that you would put on, and they were so fake, but they were really ugly as well. Okay, I was really scared of those teeth. I wasn't particularly scared of those teeth, like, in general, but my aunt's husband, when I was younger, he put one of those on, and I didn't know he had one of those on, and for some reason, in my very gullible mind, when he told me that those were his actual teeth, I believed him, and I was so scared of him because they looked so bloody and scary and crooked. Like, they were bloody. And then I found out that they were actually just fake teeth, and I didn't know why I believed him in the first place. So I got home and then I realized I never actually did any sort of outro, and it's nighttime already, so I don't really have any sunlight. But anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Oh, the sun is on my face, you can't see me!